Welcome back. In this video, we're going to focus on video and sound. Now, both of these work on your digital published online version. We're also going to dive into a little bit of interactivity as we're going to trigger the sound with a button. Okay, so I'm going to move over to page 2 of our presentation, and we're going to put a sound clip over here so that when a button is clicked, it could play that sound clip. Now, that sound clip could be something like a voiceover. Maybe we want to explain the highlights of visiting Cape Town. Or maybe it's just a sound like a music clip that you would like to play. It doesn't matter. That format that you need to use is MP3 format. Okay, so whatever software you're going to use to record, just make sure that you export that sound clip as a .mp3 file. Because our first step is to place that sound clip somewhere on our document. It's not going to play automatically. We're going to trigger it. But we do need a little frame, similar to how you would place an image. We create a little frame. It's an invisible frame. And we go File, Place, just like you would placing any other content. And over in your Chapter 3 folder, under Infographics, Farm Effects, we have a little sound clip. Okay, that sound clip we'll use again in our infographic example. And now I can just click on Open. Okay, there it shows me there's a sound clip inside this document. Good. Now, next to it, we're going to put a little blue button. And some text.
Click to play.
Now at the moment, that little circle or the button is not yet a button. We haven't assigned any interactivity to that element. So we can do this by going to Window and back on our interactive menu. We can click on Buttons and Forms. And on the type, it's a button. Now it will be programmed as a button. What do you think is the action? Obviously, then sound. And in the options, it says to us, which sound clip would you like to play? And we click over here. If we had more sound clips imported or on the document, we could have selected them. But that's the file we want to play. Okay. So, just to make it extra fancy, we can make a rollover color for our button. And when you scroll over it, it'll go blue. Perfect. So we've got the sound clip. We will test it in a moment. Let's move over to video. On the video page, I'm going to delete the video clip we have there. Your video format is MP4 format. Okay. So if you convert video to use it in InDesign, make sure that it's in MP4 format. So sound is MP3 and video is MP4. Similar to the sound clip and similar to images, we place a video clip by creating a frame, similar to placing an image. And we go to File, Place, and you will find the video clip in Creating Digital PDF folder under Chapter 3. And we can click on the video clip and open. These lines through the block will tell you that there's currently a video clip in that box. Now we need to right click it, just like we right click images. Images. And we're going to click on Fit Frame Proportionately. So that video clip will fit into that box. Alright, now, there's a few more options when it comes to video. If you go to Window Interactive and you click on Media, then it brings up a little panel where you can preview your movie. city law from Zion's here. And so you can also scrub through this movie. And move forward. You'll see that this is a 2-minute video clip. Now, underneath it, there's some options. You can say play on page load, which means the moment the person scrolls to that page, the video will automatically start playing. You can also play it in a loop so that it keeps going. We're not going to do either of those. What we want is a play button. And when I click on play, the video will start. Okay, now, what is a poster? Before this video plays, we want it to display an image from somewhere in this video. Now, if we scroll through, let's say we want this part as the poster. Then we click on the drop down and we click from current frame. And that's what the video will look like when it's static. Now, here's something very interesting. Let's say, for instance, we wanted a button underneath it. And when people click on this button, they will jump to a different part of your video. So maybe you have a video clip with different chapters or different sections. Now, we can have as many buttons as we want for the different parts of our movie clip. But back on the video clip, if we click on it and we go to media, you'll notice we have to set up navigation points. So for this part 2, where would we say part 2 is? So we can scrub through. Let's say we start part 2 here where the bus is. So with our selector over there, we click on plus for navigation point. And we can name this part 2. And it tells us it happens at exactly that point in the video. So we can go and set up as many navigation points as we want. Now we go and we hit back to the button. Now remember, we want to still make it a button. So we go to Window, Interactive, and Buttons. Set it as a button. What's my action? We want it to play video, but from where? That's the video clip, and we want to play it from navigation point. And if we click navigation point, it will give us all the navigation points we would have set up in that video. And there's part 2. And that's it. Now we have a sound clip. Now we have video. Let's test it. Just save my document. And now we need to publish it on mine again. Okay, let's give it a moment. So in this case, it's also going to upload the video clip for you. So it might take a while to do the upload. Let's just wait for it. I might, while we're waiting, just tell you that these online versions of your presentations and your publications will stay live for as long as you've got your Creative Cloud account. They won't delete it. Better their potential link. Let's view our document. We're going to jump straight to the page where we've got the sound clip, which was page 2, I believe. And there's our sound clip. And if we click play, so in this case, it's just the sound of a car driving, which we'll use for our infographic. But there you go. You can pay any sound clip. Let's go to our video page. There's our video with a poster. We can click play. plays the video. And if we click to jump to part 2, to the way on the reverence, click down October says why on this. I'll pull into that. Can you see how your whole document's now becoming nice and interactive? And